Here's a quick little video showing how you get access to what was once a cheap single port USB charging dude there on a Kioit. This is a HX1402, and there are other models that are probably very similar, and also how to add a little charger there. So this one's a simple one. You pop this little caps off, these screws here, the whole thing lifts out. You've got a spade connection to the bottom of this. You just got to tap your own wire in there, hoping that it's fused pretty well. But I mean, you're not drawing heaps of power with the USB stuff there, but that's how you get into that one. Nice and easy. It's a little 3D printed part there. You could probably leave a link to it, but you're probably not going to end up with the same charger as I have anyway. So anyway, they just pop straight out. And this guy over here wasn't as bad as I thought. You got little screws on the sides of all your handles. You take them out one by one. Pop this little guy here off because you'll probably drop him and lose him. You got a single screw underneath here. You pop him out, there's one screw there. And then over here, you just pop this cover off like that. And that allows you to get underneath here where there's clips all around the outside, but you can get it started by pulling on this one here, like that. And there's another one there and a few more around the edge. And then the whole thing falls out and you got good access down here. This wasn't as bad as I thought. Then you can go and ream the hole out a little bit bigger, put whatever else you like in there. To get the original one out though, easiest thing is actually just to pry it out. There's like a thing that's squeezed in there first, which has like a clip on the back of it, and then the actual USB port goes in there and it locks it in, and you have to try and like lever these little tabs out. And I tried and tried and tried, you get no access to it. So then eventually the screwdriver got to it, popped it out, didn't damage anything, just broke the clips off the bottom of it, but you're replacing it anyway. So that's how they come out. Looking around the cab of this thing, there is no, just as an aside, there's no access to any sort of 12 volt good supply power at the front here, so we're gonna have to run our own in there. There is a grommet down the front there that you can run your cables through. I did find a relay behind the dash on the outside, like past the firewall, that's turned on with the ignition. Nothing under the floors, but easy access to run cables under the floors if you had to. There's a little port here, you can reach cables through there if you had to, and around the back. There's nothing to see behind this little black plate here, back plate here. I'll give you a look anyway, seeing as how we've come this far. There's your two fuse boxes and some cables to work with down there, that gets you into these plugs, which are apparently like a battery always on and then like an ignition on and an earth. But for some reason, one of them on the back is a lot smaller than the other, like one of the cables. You see the orange one and the red one there? Don't know what the story is there, so one of them gets a bit of weak juice. Anyway, if you had to get power from somewhere in the cab, it looks like when I was playing with this thing, the back of this has like a decent sized wire to it, so I'd be going to these guys on the inside if you wanted it to get something nice and neat and tidy, or run your own cable from the battery. Yeah, that's what I worked out with the electrical here. Good luck in your own tractor. We're going to put an auto steer in here soon. But yeah, that's how you can change your little USB port out. And eventually I've got another one that I'm going to mount in here.